a legacy of love, rivalry, heartbreak, and resilience in Genoa City. Few families in daytime television history have experienced as much layered drama, emotional depth, and long-term storytelling as the Winters clan on The Young and the Restless. Over the years, the Winters family has grown from a single ambitious newcomer into one of the most influential and emotionally complex families in Genoa City. Their story is not just about business success or romantic entanglements. It's about identity, loyalty, betrayal, forgiveness, and the kind of bonds that are tested again and again but somehow endure. At the center of it all was a man whose presence defined the family for decades. Neil Winters, the heart of the family. Neil Winters arrived in Genoa City as a sharp, driven young executive working under Victor Newman at Newman Enterprises. From the start, Neil stood out. He was ambitious but grounded, confident but compassionate. He wasn't just chasing success. He was building something meaningful. Over time, Neil's career path took several turns. He left Newman Enterprises more than once, sometimes due to conflicts, sometimes in pursuit of independence. Eventually, he co-founded Hamilton Winters, a company that reflected not just his business instincts, but also his desire to create a legacy for his family. Despite professional ups and downs, his relationship with Victor remained one of mutual respect. They weren't always aligned, but there was an understanding between them that lasted until Neil's sudden and devastating death. More than anything, Neil was the emotional anchor of the Winters family. His guidance, integrity, and love held everyone together, even when things fell apart. The Barber sisters, love, rivalry, and old wounds. Before the Winters family fully took shape, there were the Barber sisters, Drusilla Winters and Olivia Barber Winters. On the surface, they loved each other deeply, but underneath that bond was a complicated history shaped by their upbringing. Olivia was the favored child of their parents, Walter and Lily Bell, while Drusilla often felt overlooked and undervalued. That imbalance followed them into adulthood. Olivia grew up with structure, education, and stability, eventually becoming a respected doctor. Drusilla's path was far more turbulent. She ran away from home, lived on the streets, and had to fight for survival. Despite these differences, their lives remained intertwined, often in ways that brought them into conflict. One recurring source of tension: men. Time and again, they found themselves drawn to the same people, creating emotional friction that tested their sisterly bond. And yet, no matter how far apart they drifted, they always found their way back to each other. Neil and Olivia, the relationship that almost was before Neil Winters fell in love with Drusilla, he had a connection with Olivia. On paper, they made perfect sense. Both were intelligent, grounded, and driven. Their relationship had the potential to become something lasting and stable. But soap operas rarely follow the easy path. Olivia's heart belonged to Nathan Hastings Sr. Despite any feelings that may have existed between her and Neil, she ultimately chose Nathan, setting the stage for a different kind of future. That decision didn't just shape Olivia's life. It set off a chain reaction that would affect everyone around her. Drusilla, from survival to strength. Drusilla Winters entered Genoa City as a force of nature. She was tough, outspoken, and unapologetically herself. Having survived life on the streets, she carried both scars and strength. Her life began to shift when she found opportunities in modeling. It wasn't just a career, it was a turning point. For the first time, she had stability, recognition, and a chance to redefine herself. But even as she evolved into a wife and mother, Drusilla never lost her edge. That fiery personality, combined with her vulnerability, made her one of the most compelling and beloved characters on the show. Nathan Hastings, Sr., a protector with a complicated life? Nathan Hastings Sr. played a crucial role in shaping the early lives of both Drusilla and Olivia. When Drusilla arrived in Genoa City, she was illiterate and struggling. Nathan took her under his wing, offering guidance and support. For Drusilla, that kindness sparked a crush, but Nathan's heart belonged to Olivia. The two married and had a son, Nate Hastings Jr. Nathan's life, however, was far from stable. As a private investigator working with Paul Williams, he often found himself in dangerous situations. His personal life became even more complicated after an affair led to a breakdown in his marriage. Things spiraled further when he went on the run with his young son. His story came to a tragic end when he was struck by a car and killed, leaving a lasting impact on everyone who knew him. Malcolm Winters, the brother who shook everything up. Malcolm Winters arrived in Genoa City with one goal: to reconnect with his brother, Neil. But reconciliation wasn't easy. Their relationship had been strained for years due to sibling rivalry and deeply rooted resentment. Malcolm was everything Neil wasn't. Where Neil was disciplined and controlled, Malcolm was spontaneous, impulsive, and often reckless. That contrast created friction, but it also added complexity to their bond. Despite their differences, there was always a sense that beneath the tension, they cared deeply for each other. Neil, Drusilla, and Lily, a family, tested and again, Neil and Drusilla's relationship was anything but smooth. From the beginning, there were challenges. Neil initially disapproved of Drusilla's modeling career, seeing it as unstable and risky. But love won out, and they married in a beautiful ceremony at the Chancellor Estate. Their daughter, Lily Winters, was born soon after. She became the center of their world, a symbol of their bond. Still, the relationship was marked by repeated separations and reconciliations. At one point, Drusilla took Lily and moved to Paris after filing for divorce. For years, they lived apart. When Drusilla eventually returned with a teenage Lily, the family found a way to heal and reunite, proving that even the deepest fractures could be repaired. Olivia and Malcolm, a short-lived union. After Nathan's death, Malcolm formed a close bond with young Nate. That connection brought him closer to Olivia, and eventually he proposed. They married, but the relationship didn't last. Malcolm's restless nature made it difficult for him to settle into a stable domestic life. Before long, he was back on the road, leaving Olivia to focus on her career and family. Devon Hamilton, finding a home. The Winters family expanded in a meaningful way when Neil and Drusilla adopted Devon Hamilton. Devon had grown up in foster care, moving from one unstable situation to another. When Drusilla met him through Lily, she recognized something familiar in his struggles. Determined to give him a better life, she and Neil welcomed him into their family. For Devon, it was transformative. For the first time, he had stability, love, and a sense of belonging. The truth about Lily's paternity. One of the most shocking revelations in Winters' family history involved Lily. For years, everyone believed Neil was her biological father, but in a twist that stunned both the characters and the audience, it was revealed that Malcolm Winters was actually her biological father. The truth traced back to a single night when Drusilla, under the influence of medication, mistook Malcolm for Neil. The secret had been buried for years, but when it came to light, it caused deep emotional fallout. Trust was broken, relationships were strained, and the entire family had to confront a painful reality. Drusilla's disappearance. Drusilla's story took a dramatic turn when she became involved in a confrontation between Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman. In the chaos, Drusilla fell off a cliff and was presumed dead. Her body was never found. That detail has kept hope alive among fans for years. In the world of soaps, no body often means no final goodbye. And for a character as beloved as Drusilla, the possibility of a return has never fully faded. Lily, Kane, and the next generation in Lily's life took a hopeful turn when she married Kane Ashby. Their journey to parenthood wasn't easy. After battling ovarian cancer, Lily was unable to conceive naturally. But through determination and support, they found another way. With the help of Mackenzie Browning as a surrogate, Lily's eggs were used to bring their twins into the world. Charlie Ashby and Maddie Ashby became the next generation of the Winters legacy. Devon's biological roots. Devon's life took another turn when he reconnected with his biological parents, Yolanda Hamilton and Tucker McCall. This reunion came during a difficult time as Devon had lost his hearing due to meningitis. Fortunately, a successful treatment restored it, giving him a second chance at a normal life. The emotional impact of reconnecting with his roots while maintaining his bond with the Winters family added depth to his story. Neil, Sophia, and Moses Neil's life took another complicated turn with Sophia Dupre. Her pregnancy brought uncertainty, as it wasn't clear whether Neil or Malcolm was the father. When Moses Winters was born, it was confirmed that Neil was his father. Neil and Sophia married, but the relationship didn't last. Eventually, she left for New York with Moses, creating distance within the family. Charlie and Maddie, growing up fast. Charlie and Maddie didn't stay children for long. Like many soap characters, they were rapidly aged into teenagers, bringing a new wave of drama. Charlie clashed with Reed Hellstrom, while Maddie found herself drawn to him. Meanwhile, their mother, Lily, faced serious consequences after being sentenced to prison. The family dynamic shifted again when their parents separated. Eventually, the twins left for college, continuing their lives off-screen but still part of the broader family story. Devon and Hillary, love and tragedy. Devon's relationship with Hillary Curtis was anything but simple. At one point, Hillary was married to Neil while secretly involved with Devon. The situation created intense emotional conflict and strained family relationships. After multiple ups and downs, Devon and Hillary finally found their way back to each other. They were ready to build a future together. Then tragedy struck. A car accident involving Lily changed everything. Hillary was critically injured, and Devon married her as she lay dying. She and their unborn child were both lost. It was one of the most heartbreaking moments in the family's history. Lucinda Winters, a painful reunion. Neil's relationship with his mother, Lucinda Winters, was complicated. She had abandoned the family years earlier due to her struggles with alcoholism. When they finally reunited, it was an emotional confrontation filled with unresolved pain. Neil, who had faced his own battles with addiction, ultimately found a way to forgive her. Their reconciliation was brief but meaningful, ending with a sense of closure before her death. The loss of Neil Winters. Neil's sudden death from a cardiac event was one of the most emotional moments in the show's history. Family members and friends returned to Genoa City to honor him. His legacy was remembered not just through his achievements, but through his love for his family and his passion for jazz. His absence left a void that could never truly be filled. Anna Hamilton, talent and tension. Anna Hamilton, Devon's half-sister, brought another layer to the family dynamic. Gifted with a powerful singing voice, she connected with Devon both personally and professionally. She joined his music business, but their relationship wasn't always smooth. Creative differences and personal tensions led to clashes, but their bond remained intact. Nate Hastings Jr., ambition, betrayal, and redemption. Nate Hastings Jr. returned to Genoa City as a doctor carrying emotional baggage. His romantic life was complicated, especially when he became involved with Elena Dawson, who was also connected to Devon. The resulting love triangle caused deep fractures within the family. Matters escalated when Devon injured Nate's hand, threatening his career. Nate's choices later led him into corporate betrayal, aligning with Victoria Newman and turning against his own family. Eventually, with help from Mamie Johnson, he began to make amends and rebuild those broken relationships. Moses Winters, carrying the legacy forward. Moses returned to Genoa City as a young man determined to honor his father's legacy. Living with Devon and mentored by Nate, he pursued his dream of becoming a doctor. His relationship with Faith Newman added another layer to his story. Eventually, he left for college, continuing his journey off-screen. Extended family connections. The Winters family extends beyond Genoa City. Justin Barber and his son Marcus Forrester are part of the extended Barber family, linking two major soap worlds. A new generation. Dominic, one of the most complicated modern storylines, involves Dominic Philip Abbott, Newman Winters Chancellor. Born through a surrogacy arrangement involving Devon, Abby Newman, and Chance Chancellor, Dominic's story quickly became emotionally tangled. Devon developed a deep bond with the child, leading to a shared custody arrangement. Things became even more complicated when Abby and Devon grew closer and eventually became a couple. Mamie Barber returns. Mamie Johnson, a strong and influential figure, returned to shake things up. Her history with the Abbott family and her connection to the Winters clan added new layers of tension and power dynamics, especially in the business world. Damian Kane, a tragic discovery. Nate's world shifted when he discovered he had a half-brother, Damian Kane. Their time together was cut tragically short when Damian was murdered, leaving behind unanswered questions and unresolved grief. Holden Novak, a shocking twist. In true soap fashion, another secret emerged. Holden Novak was revealed to be Malcolm's son. The discovery connected him to the Winters family in unexpected ways, including a shocking realization about his relationship to Lily. The Winters family isn't just a collection of characters, it's a living, evolving legacy within the young and the restless. Their story is filled with love, betrayal, second chances, and resilience. Through every twist and heartbreak, one thing remains constant: the strength of family, even when it's tested in the most unimaginable ways. And in true soap fashion, the story is never really over.